Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of my Dungeon Boss campaign series. We're picking up with what is going to be part 2 of likely 4 for chapter 20. We are starting with dungeon number 3, which is Spirit Sanctuary, which may be one of the first and only dungeons in the game where Ponti might not be the best choice. If any of these guys have Spirit Immune, that is going to be a rough go on that boss fight. So we do need to see what the stage is, and it's a complete rainbow here. So there's not going to be any perfect team. The fact that these guys are all so powerful, it's going to make this one a pretty tough one. So who we actually want to bring along probably makes sense to bring our power team until we can see what actually happens. So we're going to bring these guys here, and then we're also going to bring Yasmin to heal instead of Nub Nub, because we want to be doing everything in the normal speed round and not in the slow round. So this is going to give us our best chance because it is my strongest team. Now, as far as potion loadout goes, I didn't die in any of the other ones, but these spirits are going to have a lot of AoE attacks, so I definitely want to keep one of those. The other thing is, do I want to bring in a healing potion to heal somebody, or basically is a energy potion enough for Yasmin to heal the team? That's ultimately the balancing act. I'm going to stick with this for now. I just have to be diligent about using the potions when it actually comes up. I tend to think I can survive, and then I don't. So that's what we ultimately have to watch out for. So the first, hopefully, the first 3 rooms, we can just use 1 AoE per, and waltz right through it, and then it's a short dungeon, it looks like. So we're gonna be on cooldown for the boss room, but we do need to do an AoE just to see how tough they are. If they can handle my big time attacks, that's problematic for us. And it looks like Grognog didn't do a ton of damage. He did pretty good damage, but it didn't look like it was a lot. It certainly wasn't like 10,000 or anything like that. And this next one will actually be a good benchmark because we'll see how much damage Ponti does and if these guys are immune to spirit. I don't think they are. But elite or champion level ones might be immune to spirit. It looks like these guys all bow to my will, so that's good. The red ones might be immune to fire. You always have to watch out for that as well. In challenge mode, I think there actually are a couple of immunities that we have to watch for, but normal campaign we should be okay. Kind of a raw deal here, generating 3 blue ones because my AoE that's up is actually Koros, which kind of sucks. Literally, if this one would have been on any of the first 2 rooms, we'd have been okay. We're just going to try and take these 3 down with basic attacks, and then Koros can wipe the rest of them. So remember, the whole point of this one here is I wanted to use my AoEs to get through the stage like this, and then if I'm on cooldown for the boss fight, at least I can kind of see how the fight is going. I have my heals intact, and if I do need to whip out the energy potions, I at least have that option now, versus possibly dying a bunch during the actual stage itself. So immune to fire, that's what I was looking at. Probably immune to darkness. Nope, oh, that's disease. I thought disease was a purple one, but yeah, pretty basic immunities. Alright, let's try to kill this guy first. Certainly weak enough. Sakatsu, the life spirit. Alright, so just judging by how tough they are, I'm going to use first energy potion. We want to get some damage out here. Seems like the smart thing to do. If you think it's cheap to use potions, too bad. I'm not about to sacrifice this run because of something so trivial as using potions. So we may have been able to auto run and get through some of the other stages without potions or without friend heroes, but we want to finish the campaign. And since some of these guys are 5 levels lower than stage, we're gonna use whatever means necessary. But with our skills up, we actually handled this really well. So I'm pretty pleased at how this one actually went. Certainly a little bit easier to kill than Chi the Light Spirit. Chi the Light Spirit tends to dodge everything, so I'm glad that we killed him. But that actually wasn't too bad. And we can chalk that up to runes. If this would have been a no rune team, level 48s and 49s going against the stage, probably would have had a heck of a time. Which is what it was like when I first went through with my main account, which was pretty challenging. But I made it through eventually. I just got to tough it out. My main account I actually hadn't started purchasing yet at level 50. I didn't start my first purchases until about level 50, 55-ish, maybe a little bit sooner than that. But at level 50 I was still VIP 0. Alright, Sky Temple. We have a similar one that we did before. We don't really need Lily for this one. There's not a ton of water heroes, so we're going to keep the same team here. We'll use these guys, and depending on the length of the stage, we'll just hopefully walk right through it. We'll do the 3 stages in a row of AoEs, and then we'll reassess after that point. This is 2, 4, 6 room dungeon, so it's a fairly long one. Alright, see what the Grog does. Oh, she dodged. Right, so we need to play this correctly here. We're going to try and blast her with a one-shot. Oop, didn't work. That's alright, they shouldn't do too much damage. Do what we gotta do. That's alright, it gives us a turn of cooldown. So that's one less turn that I wait for Grognog to be up again anytime it cycles through like that, so wasn't a big deal. What it does hurt, though, is the fact that Ponti and Koros are not, gaining any energy past their existing one. So I kind of wish there was a mechanic where you could stack energy, but I feel like that might be like a game breaker. If you could house more energy than when you actually use, so that you could use skills back to back, I think that'd be kind of interesting. But it's unique in this game where the energy always maxes, and then it operates as a cooldown where you don't actually have energy, you have negative base energy. I think it'd be interesting if you could go over the energy cap and bank that. Obviously you would never be able to really do that in PvP because it's so short, but for PvE dungeons I think it'd be an interesting mechanic. But I think it would also kind of break the game because you could auto run through most of the entire stage and then get to the end and just do the massive attacks for each person. Well, these bitches are kind of bitchy. Picking on poor Yasmin. So I guess I don't know. I guess I didn't have enough power to take them out. It's that elite level hero, I guess. What are you gonna do though, right? And even Grognog, it's the armor is what it is. I mean, Grognog's not gonna deal much against armor. So now we have to actually be cautious because we lost our revive potion. So now if I start losing health, I have to basically heal. So I'd like to be able to get through this one without an energy potion. I'm not sure what these guys are going to do. I feel like they're going to do like a lightning-based attack. Heal's good. I'll take that. I'll take that as well. Alright, so we're back on the right track here. Almost there. Alright, so we're gonna do this just to make sure we get to the boss fight intact. We don't want to be hurting for health, especially when we're in the danger zone. So I don't mind using a energy potion on Grog if I need it. And honestly, Ponti's attack is up and Koros is up, so I'm gonna get double AoEs on the boss room. So I'm okay with that. And then I can actually use the energy potion on Ponti a second time, provided nobody actually dies. I'm gonna use my Aegis shield on Yasmin because she's the only one that actually would die. So we want to protect her. Yeah, definitely don't need it for Ponti because he's not going to do well against those armored guys or the scale here. So we will just pound away. Boy, he barely did anything. That's what I'm talking about. Would have been nice if it killed the other one too, but I think Koros might be able to handle it. Nope, not quite. Alright, so now normally I would say just try to kill this guy, but I know they're going to target Yasmin, so I'm going to protect her. Yeah, of course now she doesn't. It's very mean. Alright, so we're going to use this because I don't want to die right on the cusp of a 3-star. And same with this here. Don't want to die on the cusp of a 3-star. Ugh. So now she's going to get a cheap shot on us. She has like no health left, but how much you want to bet that Yasmin can't kill her? That's when we call in the troops. We just need somebody that's going to do some damage. Why not go for overkill though? I can just say that Yasmin would have attacked her and it would have did like 6 damage and she would have came back and then killed Ponti. That would have sent me into a tirade, which I don't care to post online. Alright, so we did get a rune mid-level. I do want to check that. Usually I forget about those. The end rune was a blue rune, so a water rune. Let's see what the actual middle one was. Sometimes those runes that you get in the middle of stages are actually pretty good. Yeah, see this lesser battle rune. Attack, attack, crit. It's got a decent rarity. Much, much better than the rune drop. So that's actually not a bad one. Like I said, a lot of times when those drop, when I do boss mode or boss island runs, occasionally you'll see some superiors drop in there. It's actually pretty impressive sometimes. We're going to keep this at 2 dungeons for this video here. I know we're only at about 15 minutes, but I know if I start the next one, it's going to turn into a 10-minute run, and all of a sudden we're going to be at 30 minutes, and everyone's going to hate me. So we'll wrap this one up, and we'll start a part 3 in the next video. So sit tight. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.